Subaru's most popular model just went through a transformation. The Outback, long considered the rugged family wagon, has now stepped into full SUV territory for 2026. But with that new look comes a new price, higher than before. The entry trim is gone, the lineup has shifted, and the big question is the new Outback still worth buying compared to rivals like Jeep's Grand Cherokee and Honda's Passport? Stick around as we break down everything: pricing, design changes, engines, space, towing, and how it all stacks up in today's mid-size SUV market. The first thing everyone will notice is the price hike. Subaru dropped the old entry-level trim, so the 2026 Outback now starts with the premium trim at $36,445. That makes it look like a massive $5,000 jump compared to last year, but if you compare trim to trim, the new premium is just under $2,000 more expensive than the 2025 premium. Still, every single version has climbed in cost. Here's a quick rundown. Premium, $36,445 plus $1,965 versus 2025. Limited, $43,165 plus $2,025. Touring, $46,845 plus $3,125. Wilderness, $46,445 plus $3,315. Limited XT, $45,815 plus $2,335. Touring XT, $49,435 plus $3,295. So yes, it's pricier. But as we'll see later, the Outback is still undercutting many competitors in the midsize SUV market. Since the mid-1990s, the Outback has been Subaru's quirky wagon with extra ground clearance, a kind of in-between vehicle for people who wanted car comfort but SUV ability. For 2026, that identity changes. The Outback looks more SUV than ever before. Squared-off body lines, a tougher stance, and proportions that push it firmly into the SUV camp. It's a smart move because today's buyers lean towards crossovers and SUVs. Subaru is clearly making sure the Outback stays relevant. So what happens when you put the Outback against its direct competition? Take the Jeep Grand Cherokee. The base AWD model, the Laredo, starts at $40,830. That's more than $4,000 above the Outback Premium. Even a rear-drive Jeep, which loses AWD, is still pricier than the Subaru. Go all the way to the top trims, and the gap gets even bigger. A fully loaded Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve four-wheel drive costs nearly $65,000, while the most expensive Outback Touring XT tops out at $49,445. That's a $15,000 difference. Honda's Passport is another rival. It's a little closer in price, but when you consider that Subaru includes AWD on every trim while Honda makes you pay extra, the Outback still comes across as the value pick. Under the hood, Subaru sticks with two familiar engines. The standard motor is a 2.5-liter flat 4, making 180 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. It's reliable, but definitely not a powerhouse. For more punch, there's the 2.4-liter turbocharged flat 4, which delivers 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. This setup feels much closer to what the Jeep and Honda are offering. For reference, Jeep Grand Cherokee's 3.6-liter V6, 293 horsepower, 260 torque. Honda Passport's 3.5-liter V6, 285 horsepower, 262 torque. So Subaru is down on cylinders and horsepower, but the turbo's torque figure is competitive, and combined with standard AWD, the Outback holds its own in everyday driving. When it comes to cargo space, the Outback lands right in the middle. Outback, 34.6 cubic feet behind the rear seats, 80.5 cubic feet with them folded. Jeep Grand Cherokee, more space with seats up at 37.7, but less overall at 70.8 when folded. Honda Passport, the winner, with 44 cubic feet behind the second row and a class-leading 83.8 cubic feet max. So if sheer cargo volume is your top priority, Honda's the best bet, but the Outback gives you more usable room than Jeep once you flatten the seats. Capability is another story. Subaru's Outback is rated to tow 3,500 pounds. That's fine for small trailers or lightweight boats, but both rivals easily outmuscle it. The Jeep Grand Cherokee can pull 6,200 pounds, and the Honda Passport handles up to 5,000 pounds. So if you plan on heavy towing, Subaru won't be your first choice. But for families who mainly haul gear, bikes, or light campers, it's still practical. Here's the big picture. Yes, the 2026 Outback is more expensive, and yes, it can't match the raw power or towing figures of the Jeep or Honda, but what it offers is balance. Standard AWD, a more affordable price point than rivals, a roomy and flexible interior, and a rugged new SUV look that finally fits how people actually see the Outback. For drivers who want all-weather confidence, family space, and don't need massive towing numbers, the Subaru Outback is still one of the smartest buys in its segment. So what do you think of Subaru's move? Do you like the more SUV-like design, or do you miss the old wagon vibe? And is the price bump worth it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you found this breakdown useful, and don't forget to subscribe for more car deep dives every week. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.